2-year journey. 28 years for 28 years, months, weeks, not months, even weeks. 28 years. I've been doing it. I had a steak for brekkie. I had a ribeye steak for breakfast. Yes, sir. Yes, I did. Jim Aparo. Yeah, Jim Aparo is the artist for A Death in the Family. Jim Aparo, one of my favorite artists of all time, by the way. You want my babies? Gary, I think that's biologically impossible. Unless you're a far-left ideologue. In which case, you probably just sprout a fucking baby out your penis or something. It could happen. Why are such a beggar? Oh my god. Got no ovaries. Got no womb. Oh my god. Don't you trust the science? Don't you trust the science? Oh my god, you're beggar. Yeah. Oh. I hope there's an afterlife. I really do. I hope there's an afterlife. And when my time on this mortal coil comes to an end, and I'm there outside the pearly gates, having a chat to, is it St. Michael at the gates? Not sure. And I'm like, Mikey, how you doing, buddy? He's like, hey, Terrence. Hey, everyone, it's Terrence von Higginbottom. Call me Terry. How you doing, man? Well, yeah, I'm dead. My time on Earth has come to an end, sir. And St. Peter, thank you. And I find myself sorry, Peter. I called you Michael. I'm very sorry about that. He's like, don't worry about it, buddy. You've just died. You've just died. It's probably all a bit discombobulating right now. But I'm here outside the pearly gates, Peter. So, does this mean I'm getting into heaven? Yeah, we're gonna spot a few here. I got to ask though. I mean, what is heaven, Peter? What is heaven? Is it your idea of heaven? Is it God's idea of heaven? Is it my idea of heaven? What exactly is heaven, Peter? He's like, well, we've got a coffee shop over here. Do you wanna have a sit down, have a chat about this? Yeah, that'd be great. Haven't you got other people to greet? Dude, you're dead. It's eternity now. You know? There's like a queue. They don't even know they're in the queue. The year, by the way, is now 2954 on Earth. That's how big the queue is. Oh. Latte, love one, please. Thank you, Peter. I don't have any cash on me. This is heaven, mate. This is heaven. That woman with the pink hair dropped her purse, so we're using her money to pay for it. Oh my god, this is heaven. Yeah. So what is heaven, Peter? Tell me, please. Well, Terry, heaven is whatever you want it to be. Really? Ah, yeah. So, I can do anything. I can have anything. Well, you know, technically, but you know, it's heaven. You can't let your own desires, because that's not right, get in the way. Okay, now I understand. So, am I married to Tifa? Of course you are. Is she at home? Oh yeah, you've got a beautiful little house in the country together. Okay, yeah. She's wearing the outfit from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh, fuck, I want to cosplay. Okay, yeah. And yours for eternity, you know, together. She requested you. Of course she fucking did. You know who I fucking am, Peter. Oi, easy with the swearing. This is heaven. Sorry. Of course it's heaven. I don't need to use profanity to compensate for my lack of vocabulary. That's right. Very appreciate it. So, I've got a very important question to ask you, Peter. Yeah? Do you want sugar in that latte? Oh, no, I'm watching my weight. You don't have to watch your weight here in heaven, dude. Really? Yeah. Do you want sugar? No, fucking hate it. Okay. Easy on the swearing. Sorry. So I got to ask, if this is heaven, if this is heaven for everybody, surely there's contradictions there. My heaven, like there are some weirdos who don't want to spend the rest of their life with Tifa, for example. Well, you see, Terry, because it's heaven, Tifa's yours. She's no one else's. That's it, You two are together forever. So your idea of heaven overrides theirs. However, their idea of heaven overrides yours because it's seen from your perspective of heaven. Okay, I get it. I understand. I get that. So, somebody could look at me, and they could be like, "Oh, isn't it cute that he's shacked up with Gary for Nerdrotic when I'm here with Tifa?" But she wouldn't be your Tifa. You see, she wouldn't be your Tifa, because first of all, Terry, Tifa is a made-up character, not a real person, and we don't like to go against your free will here. Free will. Bit of a big deal. So we're gonna just kind of concoct Tifa, but she'll be her own person, her own personality. Okay. We're talking a lot about Tifa, and I'm the one who's dead. I know. But I have a question to ask, Peter. Very, very important question to ask. Sure. Are there preferred pronouns in heaven? And Peter's going to look me in the eye. Dead in the eye. And he's got beautiful eyes. He really has. You can tell it's heaven. He looks after himself, He's going to look me in the eye. He's going to go, fuck off, mate. No. Even though this is heaven, Terry, and you can imagine whatever you want, and heaven can be and develop into whatever your idyllic afterlife. We don't go for that fucking retardation, mate. Peter, shake my hand, mate. Shake my hand. So, Peter, I appreciate this. By the way, this latte is the nicest latte I've ever had in my life. It's heaven, Terry. It's heaven. Everything is going to be the nicest. Hey, can you remember Mask of the Phantasm? I remember the name. I know the name, but for some reason I can't remember the film at all. You see, this is heaven, right? So all the favorite films, every time you watch it, it's the first. Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, The Matrix. I can't remember anything. But you'll watch it for the first time again and again and again. Oh. Anyway, sorry, we're going off track here, Peter. We're going off track, buddy. I do have a little bit of a darker question, if that's okay. Sure. Anything you want, Terrence. Call me Terry. If there's a heaven, I take it there is a hell, because I don't think you've got a little man from Austria here. Oh. No, there's a hell. There's a hell. Oh. Peter, dare I ask, what is hell like? I gotta be honest with you, he'll probably have tinge of sadness in his eye. He'll probably maybe just break that eye contact as well. Just turn away for a second, you know. Compose himself. And he'll look at me and go, Terence von Higginbottom. And I'll say, St. Peter. Hell is like Portland fuck Seattle. And California came in for a threesome. Oh my God, Peter, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is there a lake of fire? Wow. You see, Terry, as humans do, they tend to exaggerate things, and they kind of try and give their own, project their own sort of idea of hell. Okay. So there's no lake of fire. Oh, there's a lake, all right. Oh, there's a lake. Okay. Is it a flame? Eternity? No, not quite. All right. Okay. What is it? It's full of blue and pink hair dye. Oh my. Are you shitting me? Oh, sorry, sorry, Peter, excuse my French. Really? There's literally lakes of pink hair dye and waterfalls of blue hair dye. Oh my God. Before I go, Peter, and by the way, this was delicious. I have just one final question. Sure, Terry. Before I can see the pathway leading to my house, so I know where to go after this. And I appreciate you meeting me here, and if you're okay, it'd just be nice to kind of go for a little walk on my own to acclimatize myself. Absolutely get it, Terry. Don't worry about it. So, Peter, just got one final question. Sure. How big are Tifa's tit? Anyway, let's carry on. Let's carry on with the show. Maintenance mode as what is it? Boobies. When it comes to God, I really have got to stop. Right. I've got an electric toothbrush. Right, look, looks like I've combed. I've got an electric toothbrush, and I still haven't been able to work out how not to drip toothpaste all over me while using one. I don't know. There we go. So maintenance mode when it comes to fat loss, weight loss, whatever you want to call it, is you really should be. I really should be doing stints in about 8 to 12 weeks of pushing for that calorie deficit, fat burning, weight loss, yada yada yada. And then after about 12 weeks or so, I should be going into maintenance mode, which I haven't done for 6 months, which I have done now, last 2 weeks. And what that is, just briefly, I did go through this a couple of weeks ago, but just briefly, is when you introduce more calories back into your body again than you're currently taking in. And the reason for that is when you're on such a calorie deficit, like I've been, like I'm a man, because there's only two genders, male and female. I'm a man, and my calorie take for a day should be somewhere in the region of 2,400 to 2,600, around about there. If you, of course, have a regular active, not mental, but a regular active lifestyle. However, I've been operating off approximately 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day for nearly 6 weeks or so. Nearly 6 weeks. 6 months. So maintenance mode is where you introduce more calories into your body because, as I have discovered, when you're working off that sort of calorie deficit and you're hitting the gym and you're doing plenty of exercise, so you're burning a lot of calories as well. You go out there and you're tired. I go to the gym, I put a session in the gym, and then I'm tired. And I did realize that I'm coming home and I'm sort of like sitting on this couch after I've done the gym, and I'm like, oh, I'm knackered. And I sort of vegetate there for a bit, And it's all good in as much as I did do a good sesh at the gym. And, the calories were good for the day and all that sort of stuff. However, your body is a very, very clever thing, believe it or not. And even after a while, your body says, hey up, dude, come on. We got to stop this. That you're just losing. You're losing and you're losing and you're losing. We've got to stop this. We've got to stop. So that's why you go into moments, weeks of plateau. Because your body resists. Your body loves fat. It doesn't like getting rid of fat. It loves it. So your body gets to a point, if you sort of shock your body a bit too much, that your body just goes, oi, stop it. That's why you should be doing this in like 8 to 12 week increments before going into maintenance mode. And the point of maintenance mode is to introduce more calories, about 200, 250, maybe even 300, depending on how you're feeling. Calories into it goes into survival mode is a good way. It goes into survival mode because it's panicking that you're going to lose your fat, regardless of how fat you are. It gets panicky that it loves fat, but it turns sugar into fat. So there you go. So the point is to introduce extra calories, and the reason for the extra calories though is because that you're tricking your body, because your body sees the extra calories and it's like, okay, you've introduced more calories. Excellent. That's what we like. However, the trick is to use those extra calories to be just regularly more active around the house and stuff, So instead of just sitting on the couch doing nothing, you're getting up, you're doing some housework, you're lugging some stuff around. You're just physically moving around more. Just the little bits of moving around that you take for granted every day that probably burn 200 to 400 calories. Just simply by motion and movement. And so your body sees the introduction of the extra calories. Your body's like, aha, thank you. But you're being more active, so you're still burning those calories. And the point of maintenance mode is to trick the body. That is a massive fly that's just landed on my light. Number one, it's nearly the end of October. What the fuck are you doing? Huh? You should be dyed it off. Number two, where have you come from? Where have you... Fuck off. And so the trick is you're tricking your body into seeing the extra calories. So your body comes out of survival mode. However, because you've been more active, you're still burning extra calories. And the plan, if everything goes according to plan, is when you come out of maintenance mode 2 weeks later, you're roughly the same weight. You're either the same weight or just a fraction higher, maybe just a few pounds higher, but not much. If you're like a stone heavier, you've done it wrong. If you're a couple of kilos heavier, fine, that's fine. Your body's coming out of survival mode, so you can go back into fat burning, weight loss, etc. And your body will be like da 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 da, and then 8 to 10 weeks later, you'll be like da da da. What are you doing? So, I've been doing maintenance mode for the last 2 weeks. I've been adding more calories into my diet. How many? About 200, 250, like it says. I haven't gone too crazy at all. But about it's 14 pounds is 1 stone, by the way. 14 freedom units is a stone. So I didn't weigh myself during the maintenance phase. I didn't weigh myself at all during the maintenance phase. And the reason why is because it was a maintenance phase. And if I felt like I was putting it on, then it would have been quite disheartening. And I needed to try and see if I could go through a maintenance phase and how I would come out of it without constantly checking. So I jumped on the scales this morning. That's a lie. I've just told you a lie. I jumped on the scales last night. I did jump on the scales this morning. So it technically wasn't a lie. But I also had a jump on the scales last night. And weight-wise, during the maintenance phase, how much weight did I put on? The answer is none. None. My weight has remained exactly the same. Which I'm absolutely thrilled to pieces with. So I've gone through my first maintenance phase and I've come out the other side exactly how I wanted it to be. So I am. It's so weird to say I've been the same weight for the last 2 weeks and I'm so happy. But when you go into a maintenance phase and you're actually adding those extra calories in and you come out the other side of it the same weight, that's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, fat's not bad, but it's about how much, about the percentage of body fat that you've got, So I was really happy that the maintenance phase has worked. It worked. So we are 22nd of October today. It's 2 months until Christmas. And I know where I would like to be by Christmas Day. If I can, I know this is going to sound pretty big, ladies. So I know this is going to sound pretty big, but if I can potentially shift, and I'm going to say it, and the reason why I'm saying this is to, again, it's about accountability. One of the reasons why I love doing this afternoon tea with Az and having these chats with you guys is it makes me accountable. Oh, hold on, Red Talon. I'll go into something that you've just said. Then I'll go into something that you've just said there in a moment. I would like to be another 1.5 stone to 2 stone down by Christmas, which means I would like to lose about 20 pounds before Christmas. Another 20 pounds. Now that's 20 pounds in 8 weeks. So that's like 2.5 pounds a week, which is a kilo a week. Just over a kilo a week. It is doable. Do it sensibly. Don't do it stupidly. Do it sensibly. And then I can use Christmas as the next maintenance mode. So Christmas going into New Year, that's the next maintenance mode. And so when we go into the beginning of the new year, psychologically, if I'm still that 1.5 stone, 2 stone lighter, and by the new year, then that just psychologically, I mean, I don't know if this is going to sound weird, but let's just face it, I'm not the most normal kind of a person. Psychologically, it feels like you're looking down at the whole year ahead, if you know what I mean. You're at the top, you're at January the 1st, and you're looking all the way down the year. So it kind of feels like it's a really good launching point to go into 2024. Boom, boom, boom. Ian, you're wrong, because if you've spent any time in these streams, I've lost. What is my weight loss? Let me just work out what my weight loss is. In the 26th odd week. Okay. I've lost in the 27 weeks, I think it is. 28 weeks, 27, 28 weeks, 28 weeks. I've lost 89 pounds. 89 pounds. So 89. Which is on average 3.2 pounds a week, which is 1.5 kilos a week on average. So Ian, so there you go. So yes, 89 pounds in 28 weeks, and we've had 4 weeks or so of plateau, but now we've gone through a maintenance phase and it's time to so it just psychologically it's just going to be really good to look down at the whole of 2024 and say to yourself, let's go. This time last year, where was I? This time last year, I was, essentially 100 pounds heavier. That's the plan. It's going to be around there or thereabouts. And, it's a 2-year plan. The whole thing's about a 2-year plan. And if I can tackle 2024 head on, I'm psychologically in a much better place. I'm physically in a much better place. For want of a better word, but it is the right word, emotionally in a better place. The house is pretty much sorted, few things that I need to do. But that's pretty much there or that. So all the sort of resisting aspects are dealt with. Mentally it's been dealt with. Physically it's a work in progress, obviously. But the things, the food wise, we're on top of the food. The drink, we're on top of the drink. I just recently posted a couple of days ago where I am in regards to know this, know that. So this was 2 days ago. So no energy drinks updated for today. 326 days. No fizzy drinks, no soda pop. 316 days. No alcohol, 304 days. No fast food, no takeaways, 252 days. So the food's sorted, the drink is sorted. You know, the stuff that I know that I can't, that I have a problem with. I have a problem with energy drink, or had enough, you know, work in progress. I have a problem with energy drinks, soda pop, fast food. So to cut those out and be on top of that, and the more that those days go up and up, the more addictive it is to keep it going. So yeah, so psychologically, I'll be tackling the beginning of 2024, January 2024, psychologically in a fantastic position. And I want 2024 to be the year where I break the back of this, you know? Where I break the back of it. So, yeah. I've been dealing with a nutritionist who's been who's been phenomenal. They've been absolutely amazing. It's amazing how much I've learned from them, and motivation-wise, really high. I am also toying with the idea of a personal trainer for 2024. I mean, my mate who I usually go to the gym with, he's been on a different shift this week, so we haven't been able to go together. So I've been going by myself. Dude, if you're watching this stream, do not take this as any shade at all, please. I love you to pieces. But when I do a session with him, he's stronger than me. He's like fitter than me, stronger than me. He's in good shape, yeah. And he does. You know, when we do the routines together, for the most part, I tend to do the same, match the same weight he does, maybe down a little bit. But when I went this week on my own, I was just finding the right weights for me, the right sort of weights for me to do the exercises. And I actually found it to be much better. So maybe it's not him, by the way. Maybe I just need to say to myself, you need to go at your pace for now. You know, there's no point in going at somebody else's pace and not doing the amount that you can do. Like when we do, I'll give you a more specific example. For instance, when we do this sort of weight levels that he does, we do 3 sets, and the sets can range between 8 reps to 12 reps, depending on what we're doing. However, when I do my routine, I do 4 sets, and I like to do 4 sets of 12. So it's about, I just find that works better for me. When I just find that works better for me, instead of just doing 3 sets at this, doing 4 sets at 12 with the right weight. And like one of the things with the with the nutritionist and learning from them is because I'm looking for some muscle growth as well. You know, I want to lose weight, but I'm looking to, because you can't turn fat into muscle. You can lose fat and you can gain muscle, but you can't turn fat into muscle. Okay, they are. That's going back to the chat before about muscle. Now, what muscle does weigh heavier than fat? So like during the maintenance mode, I've maintained the same weight. However, some of my measurements, like let's just say belly, you know, thigh, whatever, they could have just gone down a fraction still, because I'll be burning fat, but I've been putting on a little bit more muscle. You can't convert one to the other. It's not how it starts. In that regard. So I still wanna take off the fat, but I still want to turn. I still want to put some muscle mass on. And so when you're doing the exercises, my mate does love to like that. That's not how I've been taught by personal trainers, by the nutritionist. No, it's all about getting the right weight and then doing slow holds, bring in, you know. So with my mate being on a different shift and me being able to just go in on my own, I have just really been able to focus on whether it be I did like on Tuesday I did chest and tries on Tuesday, and it just allowed me to really focus on that, really focus on the chest and the tries, right weight, 4 reps, 12, pushing it. Took the Wednesday off. So this week I've been doing day on, day off, day on, day off, day on, day off, for maximum recovery as well. So took the Wednesday off. Thursday I did back and buys on Thursday, and let's just say with changing the weight down from what I would do with my mate, changing it down, but adding more reps, 4 sets of 12 instead of 3 sets of 8 to 10, allowed me more control. And I still have an ache, an ache on the lats and stuff. Still got that ache, which is crazy, which means good. Which means good. I was doing, doing it properly and doing as should or whatever, you know. So tonight I'll be going to the gym tonight, and tonight's leg day. Ah! Tonight's going to be leg day. But it's just been so. I just feel so much better for doing it. And I've been starting off on the cross trainer. Just a quick warm up on the cross trainer, doing the sets. What did I do on Saturday? Friday, sorry, because I did go. I said I did day on, day off. I actually went day on, day off, day on, day on, day off. Yeah, on Friday after FNT, I did shoulders. Shoulders. That's all I did was just shoulders. And I did my cross trainer warm up, and then I just went I went into shoulder raises, and I went I think I went from 10 kilos to 8 I went from 8 kilos 15 to 6 kilos 15 to 4 kilos 15 to 2 kilos 15. You think that sounds light? When you're doing shoulder raises and you're raising them, hold for a second, come down slowly, up, hold for a second. So when you're doing that, the amount of lactic acid that builds up is insane, how quickly that builds up. So good old drop set, yes. A good old drop set. And so doing 4 sets from 8, 6, 4, 2, even by the time you're finishing off the final with the 2, the lactic acid is just like really there. Then I don't know what the machine's called, but you can either do them together or you can do like hold on to a grip and then do one at a time. So I did that. So it was time under tension. Yeah. See, there's some people here. I'm not trying to throw some shade. There's some people here that know what they're talking about. That's not throwing some shade. What are you talking about? There's some people here that clearly know what they're talking about. There's also some people that haven't got a fucking clue. Anyway, don't worry about that. No, that was the back one. No, did I do that for shoulders? No, I did that for back. What am I talking about? No, not a row machine. That was my back. Don't listen to me. That was for back. No, I did the drop set. Then I went on to the shoulder press machine. The shoulder press. So I went on to the shoulder press. 15 kilos on each side. 4 sets of 12 on the shoulder press. So by time when you've done a drop set, going straight to the shoulder press. Then I went from the shoulder press into the flies, which does the whole of the arm and also the top of the back, by the way. But I'm doing the flies, reverse flies, whatever you want to call it, like that. And then again, 4 sets of 12, and I think the weight on that was it's about 55 pounds. 39 kilos. I think it's like 39 kilos, 42 kilos, something like that. Is that like 39 or 42 and a half kilos? I think it might have been 42 and a half. And then I did the shoulder raisers. Those ones where you look at it. Look, toothpaste, and it just looks like a big fucking pile of jizz. Toothpaste. It just looks like I've combed all over me top. Have I got any wipes? I got any dude wipes, you know. Stuff that you get for cleaning your desk, but you end up using having a wipe. Anyway, no, okay. So then I did the shoulder raisers. Again, I think it was 42 and a half kilos. 4 sets of 12 on those. Brush your teeth before you dress. Rands, I think I'm going to have to start doing that. But it's an electric. It's electric. It's like. So again, 4 sets of 12 on that. I think I'm 42 and a half. And then, oh, by the way, for some reason, I don't know why, but after I did one of the shoulder press sets, I got up just for a quick little let the lactic acid deplete, and for some reason I just went on to I just did some tricep pull downs for a little bit on like a nothing weight, on like a really light weight. Just ended up just doing some tricep pull downs for some reason. Why? Don't know. And then after I did the shoulder raisers, then I did some cardio. Just finished off with some treadmill. So yeah, so Friday night was just shoulder. And I swear to God, right, I have never in my life, because I've concentrated, because I just concentrated shoulders. I have never in my life felt a pump like that on my shoulders before. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, shoulders can get pumped? Shoulders can get pumped, man. I was just like, God, this. So it just becomes addictive. You know, I've got a long way to, but you know, I talk about all this. I got a long way to go. It's a 2-year plan for a reason. We're We're 25% of the way in. It's a 2-year plan for a reason. I've got a long way to do, a long way to go. I've got a multitude of sins to get rid of. Okay, but it's you know, I don't look good. I'm not happy with the way I look in the slightest at all, and all that sort of stuff. I look disgusting, but it's a work in progress. But it is, even with that said, it is addictive, you know, because I have started to see some results. I can physically feel results. My back no longer hurts. My knee no longer hurts, which is allowing me to do more of that. So even though, you know, I'm still a disgusting Jabba the Hutt fucking piece of shit, seeing little changes and feeling little changes is motivating and addictive at the same time. Like, I love Sundays because I do afternoon tea with Az on a Sunday, and I do Sunday Fun Day with the crew, and I love the crew. Sundays is actually legitimately one of my funnest days of the week. And all I can think of today is, oh, I can't wait to hit the gym after Sunday Fun Day. I can't wait to hit the gym. It's like, it really is. That's how it feels. I'm just like, okay, it's legs. It's going to hurt. But it's going to, you know, it's going to be, I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm just looking forward to doing it. No, I'm not trying to put myself down. Look, like I said, I can see some changes in me. I can feel some changes in me, and I am happy with that. You know, it's a 2-year plan for a reason, and we're only 25% of the way there. There's still 75% to go. That's why I'm really hoping that I do get a good, you know, at least a stone off before Christmas. But like I said, a 1.5 to 2 stone would be phenomenal. But at least a stone off before Christmas. If I can do that, and I can keep that off until the new year, and then look down the barrel at 2024 in the position that I will be in, believe me, there are goals which I'm looking at right now that I couldn't even have imagined a year ago that I could be there. Which is, so that in itself, so even though a long way to go, being in a position to see things that I couldn't even see before. I know I've used this analogy before, apologies if you've heard it before, but you know, a year ago from where we are right now, because this time last year I hadn't stopped drinking energy drinks, I hadn't stopped drinking fizzy pop, I hadn't stopped eating takeaways, I hadn't stopped drinking alcohol. A year ago today I was doing all of that, and if you said to me this time next year you're going to be 88 pounds down, 89 pounds down, I'll be like, you're fucking crazy. So it can happen. It can happen big time. Gotta do it, you know, gotta do it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday Fun Day. I'm enjoying this stream. I'm reading your chat. And I'm looking forward to going to the game later. What will I be doing tonight? I'll be starting off with 5 minutes on the cross trainer on level 14. After that, I will be going into I'll be going into box squats with a bag. So I'll be doing box squats on the mid-level box with a 15 kilo weight behind my back. 4 sets of 12. Boink, boink, box squats. As soon as your bum hits the box, up you go, drive. I'll be starting off with 15 kilo box squats. Then I'll be going into leg press. I normally have at least 150 kilos on the leg press. I can press over 200 kilos, no problem. But I'm trying to do 4 sets of 12. So I'll probably put somewhere in the region of 150 to 175 kilos on the leg press. From the leg press, I'll go into the leg raises. When I finish a set of the leg raises, I immediately go into the hamstring curls. Come out the hamstring curls, you go back into the leg raises. 4 sets on each, 4 sets of 12 on each. After that, I will be going into the calf raises. I'll be going into the calf raises, and then I'll be finishing with 20 minutes on the treadmill. Yeah, there you go. Let's just go through a few supers. Ooh, Willow Will with a £50 on PayPal. There's I saw the real BBC, and that which shall not be spoken of was brought up twice. Yes, the one-to-one Tifa sex doll. Good man, I knew you wanted it. Also, 50 more pounds for the fund that does not exist with funds that aren't real. Give Belle some good ear scratches for me. And take care and have fun, Will. Will, thank you so much indeed, dude. Yeah, Belle's been sleeping on the bed with me the last few days. She actually woke me up this morning when I was exhausted. Because I hadn't slept well last night. Exhausted. And she woke me up, sat right next to my head, just purring away. So I gave her some love and then passed back out again. God bless her. She's an absolute darling. She's the light of my life. She's the apple of my eye. And all that sort of thing. Nice. Somebody's watching me from their office by the looks of it. Excellent. Cole Hauser. Little retweety poo. Right, let's get into what some of you, ladies and gentlemen, have been doing here. I've got an itchy nipple. Just saying. AT's become a member at the bad level. Thank you, AT. An AT with a 30 Norwegian says, as is my favorite Ogrin. Hashtag Imperial Fist. Thank you, dude. Laid with a 250 chicks says game was rigged yesterday. I want a rematch. Well, maybe next Saturday then. Maybe next Saturday, 6 p.m. Oh no. I don't know. Mauler wants to book me for a secret project, which I can't talk about. I've got an itchy nipple. Who gets an itchy nipple? So I don't know, but yeah, soon. Soon. Trademark, maybe during the week. Kipper with a bat for 39 months. Thank you. Boink. Dave Grimes with a €5 says, hey lads, so bought the Long Halloween, finished it yesterday, loved it. Now I get Dark Victory. Didn't see who holiday really was coming. House? For the house fund. And it goes. Yes. Long Halloween's fantastic. In actual fact, your homework for next week, should you decide to accept it, because next week will be October 29th. Let's talk Long Halloween. Batman, the Long Halloween. Next Sunday. And it's in the book. Thank you, thank you. In the book. Pockets with a $20 says, I hope the Robin Hood series continues because damn, I enjoy watching your videos. The ratings went up this week. They went up this week. It's because you're making videos, you fucking twat. No, it's likely because Direct went on to Canadian television. But it went up to 202,000. Apparently that's good, is it? I don't know. It's terrible. And the demo went up to 60,000. I get more. I've already got over 60,000 on the video that I did on the latest review. But yeah, I mean, that last review took me 8 hours to make. I have to start earlier if it's going to take me 8 hours. I have to start earlier so I can get it out at a reasonable time. But I appreciate everybody who's been watching the videos. You've been watching the hell out of those Robin in the Hood videos. So I appreciate you so much indeed. Thank you. What we got? War Wizard with a $2. So Heaven is a modern day comic book. No, Heaven is me fucking smashing Tifa's back doors in. That's Heaven. Spooky Toaster with a £2 says, keep up the training, you're looking good, proud of you. Thank you, Spooky Toaster, appreciate you. And Spooky Toaster with another £2 says, welcome to Yorkshire ASMR with us. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I don't think anyone heard that. Oh, by the way, I've been a naughty boy because I've been playing a shit. Thank you, Aaron. I've been playing a shitload of Lords of the Fallen off stream. Shitload. How many? Let me open up Steam just so I can see how many hours I've put in. Because what have we got on the old on the stream side of it? My first stream was 4 hours. My second stream was 6.5. So I've done 10.5 hours of Lords of the Fallen on stream. However, I've got 50 hours plugged into the game so far. So I've done 40 hours of of off-stream Lords of the Fallen. I'm doing pretty damn good. I'm doing all right. I've lit 3 of the 5 beacons so far. I have got to the boss of the 4th beacon. I did a few attempts on them and I failed. I need to rethink my strategy. I don't think my strategy is very good. I think I'm being too impatient with that fight and I need to just calm that down. So I did move to the snow area and I've made very good progress in the snow area. And I just killed the raven, the huge raven boss with the ghost woman. If you've been playing it and you've done that, you know what I mean. And that took me 2 attempts. I did that on the 2nd attempt. But I'm seeing all the if I kill a boss, then I sometimes look at other people doing the boss, and I've done like shitloads of farming to get a decent health bar and decent stamina bar and all this, and you just watch these people and they're going in with like a fraction of the a fraction of the health or whatever that I've got. I'm just like, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this, but you know, I'm just doing what I do to get me through. Who? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Who are the Patriots going to lose to today? Isn't it the Bills? Yeah. We've got. Oh, fucking hell. We got the Bills today, so that's the Patriots going 1-6. Great. But I've been loving it. I've been absolutely loving it. Ah, excellent. They do put gifted subs on StreamYard now. Harbinger with a £20 says quiet time radio with Az. Hope your voice recovers, brother. Seen any salty Richards on Twitter? Don't need to answer. You seen who Ripper is going to be chatting with? Anyways, as per usual, bust out the little black book. Who's Ripper going to be talking to? Who's Ripper going to be talking to? I don't know. There's always salty dicks on Twitter, regardless of whatever you say. All you need is an opinion. Douche, and it goes, dude. Oh, why did I put £15? It's 20. Boom. 20. There you go. What we got? But then we got the creator of Underworld and Blue Mountain. Okay. Sandy Q gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, sweetheart. Love you to pieces. Paul Hauser has been a bard for 13 months. Cole Hauser, I think I just retweeted you. I just retweeted your tweet. You took the picture of that's who was in their office, you know. That looks a bit. Shy Lunch with a 5 Bagnon says, for the Hoots Fund, if I'm not mistaken, there is a religion out there that believes that one of the many rings of hell includes a lake of burning shit. I thought that was called San Francisco. Heyo! And boom, in it goes. YouTube's going to give us some shekels this week, so I'll be updating the Mortgage Fund this week. I think Wednesday. I think Wednesday YouTube will be giving us some shekels. Thank you, YouTube. D Breezy with a $10 says for the demonetization. It'll happen, probably. Thank you, D Breezy. Rufio or Rufio with 6789 with a £5 says, what happened to Hot Toys? And where do I find your gaming streams? I want to see that Kong game. The gaming channel, HVB Gaming. If you go to the channels tab on this channel, it'll have the links to Hot Toys and also to the gaming channel as well. Please go subscribe. Hot Toys, I'm not Hot Toys on the head because there's a big toy that I want to get. It's called a house. It's called a house. And doing Hot Toys, I always felt pressured to get something new, to show something new off, etc. And I also have a storage full of toys. So I'm trying to reduce. I'm trying to reduce all that down. It's fun to do Hot Toys at the same time. It's not the right thing for me to do. It's not the right thing for me to do with the goals that I have. With the goals that I have, it's not the right thing for me to do. So, knocking it on the head. I'll do a special every now and again where we just talk about certain, toy related things, but yeah, I gotta keep my eye on the prize, I gotta keep my eye on the prize, and as much as I love the house is a priority, and Hot Toys is a distraction for that. Money which would go on toys is going into the house, the big toy. So it's somewhere to put the toys. This never happened to the other fella with the $20. As last year, Doomcock reported that Toby Stevens was originally RTD's first choice to play the Doctor. You're probably not going to enjoy what I'm going to say after this. Even filming the regeneration scene. If this was the case, how do you think the Doctor would have been presented? Cheers. Look, I know there's people who like Doomcock. I don't dislike the guy. But this rumor business is just nonsense. It's nonsense, you know. If a broken clock can be right twice a day, and you want to take responsibility, oh, I was right, I got this right, then you should take responsibility for every fucking one of the videos that your rumor doesn't come to fruition. So I don't hold any stock into this whatsoever. None. Zilch. Yeah. I don't, yeah. Rumor channels, get out of here. Rufio6789 with a £2 says alcohol is my massive weight issue. Well, only you can deal with that, dude. And if somebody like me can start to do stuff, anyone can. Believe me, anyone can. Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired for the 58th time, but actually she's completely in charge, and everyone is subservient to her. But she's also fired. Hey. Stitch has been a bad for 2 months. Thank you, Stitch. Spooky Toast to the £2. Disciple equals freedom, as Jocko Willink says. Is that meant to be discipline? Discipline. Is that meant to be discipline equals free? Connors D of Montana with a $2 says, as did you see the Director X interview last night? No interest. I have no interest in Director X, other than he's just a race baiting piece of shit. He's full of fucking bullshit. Yeah, the guy's a clown. He's a clown. He just wants publicity. That's all he wants. I'm doing my videos for me, you know, for my personal benefit. But no, I've got no interest in watching Director X talk absolute dog shit. Stitch with a $20 says for the PT fund. Thank you, dude. EO gifted 5 memberships to the stream. EO, thank you. Did he like getting knocked the fuck out yesterday? Oh, it was so... Party Animals was such good fun last night. It really was. Thank you to everyone who played on the other side. You were great. Viper and Ladart and EO and all of you lot. Thank you. Some blank bullets with the $2. Let's make trending. It's a emote. It's an emoji. We got the emoji. There you go. As was brutal in part. Goddamn right. It's the only way I know how to be brutal. Pirate Queen with a $10 says split for fun and mum's knitting fund. Okay. You have been an inspiration, finishing my morning walk, and I'm down 20 pounds in 5 months. Excellent. That's just over 1.5 stones. Keep up the good work with cheering you on. Thank you, Pirate Queen. Appreciate you, sweetie. Luke Stone with a $5. Long time lurker. First time super chatter. He doesn't say. It says that you might have super chatted before. Every Sunday morning, I listen to this stream while I walk. Currently down over 80 pounds since April the 28th. In it together, dude. That's, you know, there or thereabouts when I started. So well done. Well done. Well done. That is awesome. You keep going, man. Angela Richter with a $10 says, glad to see you as I've been so busy and missed you so much. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, Angela. I'll see you at the party, Richter. EO has been a sorcerer for 8 months. Yes, as we want a rematch. We'll take you down eventually. Maybe eventually. Maybe when it's time for the silverback to go. But that day's no time soon. Michael Storm with a $5 Bagnon says, just here to warn people against playing Spider-Man 2. While the gameplay is good, the story is clearly written by Greta Thunberg. I've seen some unbelievable bits of soy from Spider-Man 2. I ain't gonna touch that with a fucking barge pole. Iram Amin with a $20,000! Indian dollars, unfortunately. As why Terry McGinnis works but Miles doesn't. Terry McGinnis isn't a race swap for a start. Anyway, he's not, yes, technically a derivative version of Batman, but Terry McGinnis is a completely different time frame. Terry didn't replace or force to replace a current day Bruce Wayne for ideological reasons. Terry McGinnis is the Batman, the person who becomes Batman after Bruce Wayne's an old man, you know? The relationship between Bruce and Alfred turns into the relationship between Terry and Bruce. So Bruce is an old man. You know, he's in his 70s, pushing 80s in Batman Beyond. You know, he's had to retire. You know, he can't be Batman at that age. But he's not pushed to one side as a character. It's how do we play with Bruce Wayne now that he's 75 years old? Can't be Batman, broken down, but has all that knowledge in his head that he can impart to Terry. It's not an ideological thing. Batman Beyond wasn't an ideological thing. It was literally saying, what if we do Batman on the same timeline as the Batman Adventures, but we set it 40 years in the future where Bruce can't be Batman anymore, and you know, so it comes from a good place. The other stuff, it's ideologically driven, and it's not coming from a good place. So there you go. Eddie Brock with a €2 Will you stream the Metal Gear collection? Don't know. Don't know. We'll think about it. I'll think about it. Andy Masterson's been a bard for 25 months. Thank you, Andy. And Morgoth has become a member at the bard level, which catches us up there. So, because we have time doing time shit, let's get into a little conversation about this. Thank you, Morgoth. Appreciate you. So, Batman, Death in the Family, 4 parts. Jim Starlin writing it. Jim Aparo drawing it. Love Jim Aparo. Jim Aparo passed away in 2005, I think it was. I would have loved to have had a conversation with Jim Aparo, but obviously YouTube wasn't even a thing then. But incredible book. It is technically 4 parts. it's technically 4 parts because it is 4 parts, but you could also say it's 6 parts because parts 1 and 2 are double-sized. Both of these are double-sized issues, so you get twice as much story in the first 2 parts, and then the third and the fourth part are back to the regular 22 pages. So the story of Batman: A Death in the Family. Robin, Jason Todd, is reckless. He is a reckless Robin. He's jumping into fights where he is not thinking. He's not following Batman's directions. And Batman says to Alfred in private, even though Jason Todd's actually eavesdropping, he says he's fighting like somebody who wants to die. He's fighting like somebody who wants to die. And Alfred tells Bruce that he's seen Jason in tears on his own. When Jason's been on his own, he's been in tears, looking at pictures of his family, his deceased family. His mum dying of cancer. He says disease, but let's say cancer. And his dad was killed by Two-Face. And Bruce questions whether or not he pushed Jason into Robin way too early, which he did, because Jason Todd is Batman's biggest failure. And I could do a whole stream on Jason Todd as a character. Leading at, particularly the pre-year 1 stuff, which was really interesting. But it gave you a really good idea of Jason. So yeah, Bruce is questioning whether or not he's pushed Jason into becoming Robin too early. He's not emotionally ready for it. He hasn't managed to come to terms with the death of his parents. And as Bruce obviously has, he's his parents were killed when he was 8, 10 years old. And Bruce has had, by this time, 15, 20 years. Well, no, sorry. Yeah, 15, 20 years to deal with that. And of course, he's channeling it into becoming the Batman. So he takes Jason off active duty as Robin until he can sort himself out. So Jason goes wandering the streets in his old neighborhood. One of the somebody who lives there says that no, Prime. Mask of the Phantasm actually dealt with it well. Bruce is driven by the death of his parents. Don't confuse that with him being what's the best word to use? What's the best word to use here? Don't take it that's what his driving motivation is every single day. Batman's motivation isn't the death of his parents per se. It's because of the death of his parents. Batman's motivation is that he never wants anyone to go through what he went through. He never wants anyone to go through the pain that he went through with losing his parents. Mask of the Phantasm did it well, because when Bruce and I know Mask of the Phantasm isn't part of the continuity, but it dealt with it very well indeed, where Bruce has developed a relationship with Andrea Beaumont, and he wants to spend his life with Andrea. And so he's conflicted because, of course, he's driven. He's driven by the death of his parents. That's his motivating factor to be Batman. However, he also has the sort of threads of having a normal life. And he's talking to his parents' gravestone. And he says to them, he says, it doesn't hurt so much anymore. Now, obviously, he's not saying, oh, I don't miss you anymore, I'm over it. But as time goes on, regardless of who's passed, whether it be your grandparents, your parents, as time goes on, of course you look back and you're sad that they're no longer there. But time heals all wounds. The more time goes on, the more healing you do. So, of course, I miss my grandparents. I miss my grandparents terribly. I would love nothing more than to hear my grandma's voice or my granddad's voice again. They passed away 20 years ago. You know? Passed away 20 years ago. And the pain that I felt when they died was awful. I was in chat, I was broken. Loved them to pieces. 20 years later, I miss them to pieces. Do I feel that raw sadness? No, that's gone. Time has dealt with that. And Andrea is actually there when Bruce is doing this, and she says, well, Bruce is saying to him, I can stop being Batman. I can hire more I can use my money, hire more policemen. And then Andrea says, maybe your parents sent me. Maybe your parents sent me to heal you, So there's a wonderful moment. By the way, I just got my Mask of the Phantasm 4K yesterday. Yes. So yeah, Batman initial motivation for fighting crime is the death of his parents, but his overall motivation is never to let somebody go through what he went through. That's why he won't even kill criminals. That's why he doesn't kill criminals as well. So yeah, just thought I'd get a little bit straight. Anyway, so Jason meets somebody from his old neighborhood, and she's actually got a box of his old shit, which has just been in a cupboard. It's got water damage and all this sort of stuff. And she gives it to Jason. Jason takes it home, opens it up, finds a birth certificate. Finds his birth certificate, and his birth certificate's it's water damaged and whatnot. But it's got the name of his father, but the name of his mother isn't who he thought it was. And so he finds an address book in there as well. And the first initial that he can make out is S, I think it is. And so in his dad's little black book, ladies, there are 3 women with S as their first name. So Jason decides to track them down and find out whether or not one of them is his mum. So he, in the meantime, the Joker has escaped from Arkham Asylum and has managed to acquire, well, he's already acquired. He's been sitting on it for a while, but he's saying, look, I'm kind of spending more time in Arkham than I am out. Crime isn't doing good for me right now, so maybe I need to not retire, but calm things down a little bit. I'm gonna sell a nuclear weapon. Well, it's not a nuclear weapon. It's got traces of nuclear, but nuclear device, shall we say? But it's a cruise missile. I'm gonna sell this to the Middle East, to Iran. Iran. I was reading this. I was like, oh god, I totally forgot that it was Iran. Oh god, the Ayatollah Khomeini. Okay. So he goes off to the Middle East to sell this missile to the terrorists in Iran. And Jason goes to the Middle East because that's, believe it or not, where all 3 of these women, beginning with S, is. So the first one he comes across is an Iranian agent. And Batman flies over after he discovers that the missile has been stolen and is going to be sold by the Joker. He flies to the Middle East where he realizes Jason is there as well. So he teams back up with Jason. And no, the Joker's skin is actually white. It's when he fell into the vat of chemicals in Axe Chemicals, it bleached his skin white, so he doesn't. The versions where he wears makeup are other versions, but they're not. The OG Joker has got bleached white skin. So they foil the first plan by the help of the Iranian woman, and she's not Jason's mother. Hold on. 2 secs. Meant to do something earlier. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The second woman is Shiva, aka Lady Shiva. And so they track Lady Shiva down. Well, she sort of tracks them down. She knows that they're on the show. She tracks Jason and Bruce down. And she takes Jason out. She knocks him out. No, Axis Chemicals is from the film. It's Axe Chemicals in the comics. Axis Chemical was from the 89 Burton film, but it's Axe Chemicals, not Axis Chemicals. Why he changed it, don't know. Did it have something to do with the copyright? I don't know. So not Lady Shaver, Lady Shiva. So she takes out Jason, starts fighting Batman. Batman and Jason, when he comes round, manage to subdue Shiva. She won't answer the questions, so Batman drugs her with some sodium pentanol, and she admits that she's not Jason's mum. Now, looking back now, it's quite funny. Jason is a Caucasian guy, yeah? The 3 women, one's Iranian, one's Asian, and the other one's white. I mean, I would... I would hazard a guess, maybe try the white girl first. Anyway, so they go to the last one, which is a woman called Sheila Haywood. Sheila Haywood, I think it is. And she's a missionary in Ethiopia doing great work, you know, feeding the starving. And we see imagery of Bruce and Jason walking around, you know, Africa, Ethiopia. Remember, this came out in 1988. So we're sort of we've been at the height of things like Band-Aid and stuff like that, which really drew awareness to the plight of Ethiopia and stuff. So it's kind of topical for the time. And so Sheila Haywood is a missionary there, feeding, you know, doing missionary work and whatnot. However, she's also an embezzler. And she's not a good woman. And she's been blackmailed by the Joker. And so when she realizes, when Bruce and Jason meet up with her, and Bruce says, this is Jason Todd. And she realizes the name Todd. And she realizes that Jason's her son. So they do a little bit of bonding. Jason's absolutely over the moon to have found his biological mum. However, when things start going wrong and the Joker starts hitting the area, Jason decides to confide in his mum that he's Robin. Don't worry, I got this. You know? So Sheila says to Jason, "Oh, you need to come with me then. We need to, you know." And she leads Jason into a trap where the Joker's just waiting, and Jason is mercilessly beaten with a crowbar. not just a crowbar, but it's also the Joker's henchmen that beat the shit out of Jason first, and then the Joker just goes ham with the crowbar. And Jason's left for dead. So Sheila thinks that she's curried good favor with the Joker, but the Joker's just like, nah. I'm going to blow up the warehouse, and I'm going to tie you to a pole, and see you later, love. So Jason's dead at the minute. Feared dead. Sheila's been tied to a post. She can't get loose. There's a bomb ticking away, and Batman is not in the area. And then Jason comes around, and she's just like, I thought you were dead. And even though she betrayed him, even though he's barely alive, he unties his mum to get her out. And then she realizes the kind of person that he really is, which is a hero. So she's just like, I can't leave you here to die. So she picks up Jason, and they get to the front door as the time is ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking and down, and 10 and 9, and they get to the door, and the door is locked. The Joker locked the door on the way out. And so the whole warehouse goes. To which Batman just gets there, but can't prevent the explosion. So we get this these are Mike Mignola covers, by the way, and they're fantastic. We got this amazing cover here, Death in the Family. The Batman was too late, and now Robin lies in rubble, still, silent, shattered. Can he possibly be alive? Now, before we get to that issue, in real life, after this, you'll see at the bottom there, Robin finds his mother, and waiting is the Joker, planning a revenge that is swift, violent, and terrible. Can Robin survive? You will decide. Because after this issue came out, a phone line was set up, and you could vote. You could vote if Jason Todd lived or died. And they did draw, Jim Aparo did draw both panels for Jason being alive and Jason being killed. But as ever, when you dangle a carrot like that, yeah, Ron, we'll get to that, Ron. We'll get to that, don't worry. When you dangle a carrot like that, people couldn't resist, so the votes came in, and the vote was to kill him. Kill Robin. And so Batman is rummaging through the wreckage of the warehouse. He finds Sheila, who's virtually dead. She's dying. And she tells him what happened and what a hero Jason actually is, and how, you know. And then Batman finds Jason, and Jason's dead. He's dead. He's gone, and he's becoming cold to the touch already. And so you see that iconic image of Batman carrying Jason's broken body out of the warehouse. His funeral is small, because there's only a handful of people. Obviously, the news is out that Bruce Wayne's ward, Jason Todd, was killed in a warehouse explosion in Ethiopia. And then Superman appears, and he says to Bruce, I'm very sorry about Jason. Was he Robin? And he's like, yeah, it was Robin. And So Superman, even though, passes on condolences, says, I got some bad news. I got some really bad news. And he said, the Joker has become the ambassador for Iran. He's become the ambassador for Iran, and he now holds diplomatic immunity, which means he cannot be prosecuted for the death of Robin if he did it. Because Sheila on her deathbed told Batman that it was the Joker that did this. And so Bruce is furious. He actually punches Superman in the face. Because Superman says, don't take